Leanne, could you make foot exercises maybe, please? Is it possible? So, hi guys. So we're here with a barbell workout today. See, I've got my barbell. I think that weighs, it's been a while since I last used it, 15 kilograms. Thanks for the question, Tobias, super organised. So any exercises to strengthen the arches in your feet, I'm gone, arches in your feet, your Achilles tendon, your soleus muscle and your calf, your gastrocnemius. So to strengthen the posterior parts of your foot, you can do weighted high reps, calf raises. You can hold on to something to do single leg. Look from the front and the back and make sure your Achilles tendon matches up and stays in alignment with the rest. What issue do you have, Tobias? But lunges, putting weight on that back leg, see the position that the foot is in, and it's getting that big stretch. It depends where the weakness is, but if you're doing the back, you need to do the front as well. So lots of yoga foot exercises. If you have a look on YouTube, I'm sure there'll be something yoga foot exercises, because we do this all day, don't we? It's called dorsiflexion. Dorsiflexion as we're walking. We don't do much of that, plantar flexion. So we can get quite tight there. So if there's a tight stiffness, it can be. I would really be thankful. Are you looking for like a class or something? I can put together like a 10-minute routine if you want, if you can let us know what the issue is. Thanks for joining us. So we're doing MetaFit HIIT Zone workout with barbell included. So if you've not got a barbell, you can do all these exercises with dumbbells as well. It is going to be very challenging. This is 15 plus 5 on each side. So 25 kilograms. And technique's everything, so if we can't get the full amount. Barefoot, yeah, I exercise barefoot as well, and that's going to strengthen the foot as well. But whereabouts on your foot is it sore? Right, a little bit slightly fit, but make sure you've warmed up, full body today. I'm going to be including some ab exercises as well. We hit everything with the barbell and body weight anyway. Make sure you've got your water. So, first exercise, straight into it, deadlifts. Then front squats with the barbell, with or without, you can. Then we've got lateral squat jumps, so jumping from left to right, and then burpees, so it's like half and half. Let me see what you said there, Tobias. I like your name, by the way. Bunions, can you do? There's things you can buy for bunions that push your big toe, boss toes, my daughter would call it, outwards. Have a look at those, but my family have, like, it's genetic on another side of my family. They're gonna hate me even saying that, but they suffer with bunions, and like it can be genetics. Fortunately, it's not happened to me. I think I missed that out. But making sure your toes aren't cramped in your shoes and sensible footwear, because when you're flattening your foot, your toes are meant to spread. What's barefoot? You want me to do a class barefoot to show you? But getting your fingers in between your toes and stretching them, and there's loads of exercises you can do like that, like the movement of your toes, bringing that back. Right, so first round is in a matrix format. So we start off with one and then add another one on and so on until we die, basically. Make sure you got your water. Deadlifts first. So it's a Q&A as well, so I'll be answering questions as I go. Can you do feet exercises with me? I'll put together a video for you, Tobias. Make sure the core's engaged. You're bending at the knee and the hip, and you're coming forwards and backwards rather than up and down. Pushing them shoulder blades together, chest proud. Good. Same again, then we're adding front squats. over and underhand grip so the barbell doesn't fall out my hands. So some of the lifts throughout this workout get quite complex, so if you don't feel confident, skip them. Front squats, as many as you can. So this is placing more emphasis in the quads. Don't worry about depth if you're not there yet. You can feel this in your calves already. If you've got rounded shoulders, probably not a good one to practice. Them three, then we're adding lateral squat jumps, okay? Whew. Keep them shoulder blades pinned to your spine. Great questions though so far. Thanks for being here. Take your time with these. Can you engage that core? Oh, I don't normally feel it in my glutes this much. Ooh. Lateral frog jumps. Left and right. Bit of a recovery. A few seconds rest. Hi Tiger, how are you doing? Them again, and then we're adding in burpees. Any variation of burpees? Deadlift. Squeezing the glutes coming up. Nice flat back. Shoulder blades push towards the spine. If you have any questions on exercise, fat loss diet, front squats, with or without weight, God, these are hard. Just as many as you can. Lateral leg lift. Sorry, lateral jump squats. Really good for pelvic stability, this. I know this workout's gonna kill me, I'm telling you. Whew. Oh, burpees. I should be a pro at burpees by now. We all should be. Oh, grab a drink. I'm dying, Tiger. No, this is only 30 kilograms, Tiger. Sorry, 25 kilograms. Don't need it. Burpees. Don't let them hips dip when you go into the plank position. Lateral squat jump. Take your time, you can recover a bit. Do we know what the weight belt's for? Front squats. Even if you just get 3, squeezing the bum cheeks to come up, use them. Oh. Deadlift. Pin them shoulders back. Bend at the knees. And we're knocking off deadlifts. Right back. Oh. Have a drink. Any questions? Burpees starting. I think this is going to be my hardest meta fit yet. Burpees are easy compared to the others. Laterally. Any questions on health, fitness? Whew. I'd love a like and subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. Last front squats. Looking for about 3. One more. Rest. Grab a drink. I'm knocking them off now. Deadlift and squat. Wow, I will die. I'm dying. Hi, wow. Thanks, moderator. Finishing round 1 now. Knocking these off. Get to the full depth if you can. Quality over quantity. Oh. Burpees to finish the set. Intermittent fasting. You just finish this. Intermittent fasting is good for some people. Not if you've got disordered behaviours towards food, or if you tend to overeat. Rest. Core zone next. My moderator, if you can put a link to my fasting video about it, pros and cons, you can get informed, you can find out more. I do go into fasting. Scott, if you could place the link, that'd be fab. Right, first exercise, V-ups and bicycle crunch. As many as you can, any type of V-up you fancy doing. Bicycle crunch for volume. Keep that back flat. Active recovery from the first round. Oh. Then we've got side plank dip pulses. We've not done this for a bit. Awesome at strengthening and toning the sides of the core. As many pulses as you can on the left and the right. Find out your weaker side and try and do a few more extra reps on the weaker. I'm going on my knees, push them hips forward, pulse. So you can see I'm bringing a curve into the sides of the stomach. This is a shoulder exercise as well. Push your shoulders down away from your ears, elbow directly under. Go to the other side. Pulse it out. So this is called time under tension. Keeping the muscle under tension of the body weight. So it's a progressive way of training. Oh, then we've got cleans next. Or you can do deadlifts if you're not sure how to do them. Not done Olympic lifting for a while. Really good for the back. Reverse crunches. to get me a few seconds rest and go again. Let us know if you've got any other questions, Tiger, on that. Grab a drink. V-ups. Again, any variation, you can do jackknife. Whew. Bicycle crunch. Whew. Oh. Side plank dips, whichever way you started first, you're going to do the other side now. So side plank dip pulses. On your weaker side, get a few extra reps. I'll catch up on the comments in a moment. If you've got any questions, love a like and subscribe. Pulse it out. Try and relax that top leg, push them hips forward. Elbow directly under the shoulder. And you can hold onto your mat and engage your forearm to help. Go to the other side. That was my weaker side. So I think I'll just start on my right side. Cleans next. I'm going to get another log on. Log on. So cleans and reverse crunches. This is the only type of cleaning I enjoy. Okay, reverse crunch. Get them hips right off the floor and squeeze. Back to the start now. Grab a drink if you need one. I think this is the last set of these core exercises in this round. V-ups. Bicycle crunch. Exhale, coming up, pushing that back into the ground with your core. Oh. Side plank dip pulses. Thanks so much for the likes, guys, and the subscribes. Thank you for the support. Any questions on fat loss, toning, building muscle, diet, injuries, back pain, that's what I specialise in as well. Just give us a comment and we'll get into it. Try and engage the front parts of your core as well as the side. Ribcage tucked in, belly button pushes in towards your spine. Last ones of these. Getting ready for the cleans.
20 seconds rest.
Whew.
And plank circles.
Cleans and then reverse crunch to finish round 2. Reverse crunch. Excellent. Final zone next. Start with back squats and going into reverse lunges. A minute on 4 exercises. Take your time. So now the posterior is loaded with the bar, working the glutes harder. Keep that core engaged. Ah, that's halfway. Shake off your legs if you need to. Don't put pressure on yourself. Just do as many as you feel like doing. And pause and shake your legs off. Oh, rest. Then we're going into lunges or reverse lunges. Here we go. Really good at proprioception, knowing where your limbs are in space, reducing the fall risk. Forcing your glute, all 3 muscles, to work hard for balance of the pelvis. Oh, this is tough. Halfway, guys. Take your time. Quality over quantity. A lot harder than forward lunge. Jesus. Rest. Breathe. Squat. Sorry. Clean and press next. Last minute to finish. Not even halfway. Right, that's halfway. You thought burpees were hard. Give these a go. Whew. Nearly there. Didn't get the last one.
20 seconds rest. Your final exercise is burpees.
Burpees, let's do it. I thought that was a final exercise. I think I might have missed one out.
5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh, it was split jerk. Never mind. I was meant to do split jerk. Next time. Whew. It's probably not a good idea to finish on something that taxing. A lot can go wrong. Whew. Halfway. Do not give up. Just slow it down. You've made it this far, let's finish it on a high. Right, here we go, last 7, 6.
Congratulations, you have now completed the MetaFit Hit Zone workout.
Oh my God. I think that was the hardest because you've got to be on it with your technique because otherwise you get injured. Evening, hi Mark. Oh my goodness. I was definitely working, I'd say 9 out of 10 there. I'm answering any questions. So I'm a personal trainer of 12 years, lifestyle coach. I am very hot with that. I'm a lifestyle coach, Pilates and yoga teacher. I'd give a holistic approach to health and fitness. So if you don't know where to start, want any advice on back injury, any injuries, any diet you want to know more about, anything you're struggling with, I'm knackered after that. Starting to recover now, that's good. I think you can improve performance if you take a carb drink. Yeah, I don't think I'm going that long. It's only a 25-minute workout, Tiger. And I'm not long at dinner as well. What are you saying about my performance? Like, lovely wood burner. Yeah, I've got this thing with being hot during exercise. Like, I like training in the summer outside. Like, you know when sweat's dripping off you and you're burning face, and it's so motivating. Plus your body's got to work harder at cooling down when it's hot in a hot environment. Does the time of day affect, I love the question where it's going already. Does the time of day affect how your body responds to the workouts? No. It's just whenever I'm a morning exerciser. This is evening that I'm working out. I love working out in the morning, but I've changed my routine to fit in with my lifestyle. And you'll be surprised if you might prefer, I used to like training before I had children in the evening because I felt like I had more energy after my dinner. Some people, if they train after dinner, they'll throw up. I'm not that person. And then after kids, it was either I do it in the morning or I don't do it at all. And then I like acclimatise to that. You've got to find out what works for you. You'll still get the same benefits. You've got a 48-hour window around exercise to get enough protein in if you're under the age of 35. If I work out at night, I won't sleep. I did have that trouble at first. Oh man, I love Trip. Nice to see some ladies on. How do I motivate my partner to exercise while on her menopause? So she's going through the menopause and she's struggling. So menopause, I have got a video, if my moderator be so kind to post the few tips for like when you're going through the menopause and advice that I have. So you don't need a specific diet or exercise program. So you're low in estrogen, right? That's like dotting and darting everywhere. So mental health takes a massive hit through the menopause. The psychological implications are huge. A lot of women commit suicide going through the menopause, you know, because of our hormones. So, first of all, have compassion. The way you've said that, how do I motivate my partner to? So, the best thing you can do when you're going through the menopause is look to build muscle and feel stronger. And like when you build muscle and you get stronger, you feel empowered. There's got to be another reason to work out other than for fat loss, to have a toned body. I mean, I don't know your situation and if your partner could do with like shedding a few pounds, or if she's exercising for health, if she wants to exercise. Maybe like the most underrated form of exercise is going out for a walk. So thanks Scott. So my moderator's put a few tips if you're shorter, because it can be demotivating when you're going through menopause. You don't know where to turn to. You're getting all this crap on the internet saying you need to be on specific diet plans and exercise programs, and you need to be on collagen and all these other supplements. One of the children definitely turned that on. So hopefully that'll clear a few things up. But going out for a walk together, I love listening to podcasts. Make sure it's not so out of reach, like you're doing it together. Like the best thing you can do for your health is after you've eaten, do something, like go for a nice walk. You can like have a nice romantic walk as the sun's setting, you know. There's like, without like, that's such a small comment, like on a small window into like, well, not even a window, is it? It's just all you've said is how do I motivate my partner to exercise while she's on a menopause. I'm assuming she's going through the menopause. There are a few things to consider there, and my moderator has put a link to me talking about menopause. But it is a very difficult time for women, but you know, it can become harder to lose fat and build muscle because of the less estrogen, but there are ways around that. You can still get in amazing shape naturally. Any questions on health, fitness, fat loss, toning, building muscle? If anyone's just joined me, I've just started on this. I finished a MetaFit class that I nearly died at. No problem, Kerry. Any other questions? So yeah, like menopause can sound scary, but if you know what to expect and how to approach it, and with a good mindset, Japanese, I'm sure, call it the second summer. It also can be seen as quite a beautiful thing, you know. It's the end of your reproductive years, and it's end of an era, but it's also the beginning of a new one, right? Hi Kuba, I'm not spamming you. Oh, have you got any questions? So I'm a personal trainer, Pilates and yoga teacher, specialise in nutrition, back pain, lifestyle coaching. I'm an online coach as well. I go live every day answering, as I'm like dying through my workout, and during this time I answer any questions you may have and anything you're struggling with in terms of fitness and health. I take a holistic approach to health and fitness and help busy mums, busy parents fit exercise into their lives. I also rehabilitate my clients' back pain and injuries and help those with certain medical conditions as well. So I am qualified as well, I'm not just some random person on your newsfeed with a Groupon qualification. Deep breaths. Still recovering. So I'm getting my steps up through my bike. Steps are quite low today because of the crappy weather, and I've been PTing clients as well. Any questions on health and fitness? But yeah, motivating those around you can be quite difficult, how to approach it. Sometimes the more you push somebody, the more they push back, and they kind of got to find their own way, some people. Like when they see if you're talking about exercise and nutrition in a positive way, like I feel great, I got this amount of plant-based foods in this week instead of what I got last week, and if they just see that you're more calm as a person, you look and feel great, and you're performing better in the bedroom and at work, that might motivate them as well. You've got to find, I mean, I've been a personal trainer for 12 years, and like those around me, like close friends and family, it's kind of like the closer you are to the person who's into health and fitness, like they don't like to talk to you about it because they think that you might judge them, and definitely not. You can only lead a horse to water, right? I think my contact lens is going to come out. You can't make them drink. And like Jordan Peterson says as well, those people that aren't listening, stop talking to them, as in like about that subject. Any questions about health, fitness, exercise, fat loss, toning, building muscle? My moderator, hopefully tomorrow morning if I give him a poke, will release my latest short ready to go on, what's this one on? I've forgotten. Scott, what's my latest short? Leanne, maybe you could give some tips for getting realistic and achievable fitness goals for the viewers. One sec, Scott, calm down, right? I'm answering a question. Have you seen the meat and eggs diet that's going around social media? Is it any good? Sounds like a carnivore diet. You've got to find what works for you. All these diets that are super restrictive, you can only eat this, you must avoid these foods, are fine for like creating a calorie deficit for a couple of weeks, but then you start getting deficient and feeling like crap. And what are you learning, Mark, when you're eating meat and eggs? You're not learning the skill of moderation. You live in an obesogenic environment, so you're having to contend with your willpower, like rely on that. You also, it's very restrictive. What, you're going to go out for your mum's birthday and just have meat and eggs, you know? And you only live once as well, so everything in moderation. But meat and eggs, it sounds very like too restrictive, and usually the way our brain works, the more restrictive we are, the more that we want X, Y and Z foods, like the palatable foods, the pastries and cakes and so on. What's your favourite salad to eat? I've not made it in ages. Oh, that's a good nudge actually. I love walnut and Stilton, blue Stilton salad with olives, but the walnuts that were on it were like baked in honey, and it gave that another depth to it all. And then with like loads of salad leaves and stuff. Not that peppery rocket shit though, I hate that. That's so much whenever. Obviously no cucumber, I don't like that either. Another favourite salad, I'm not too fussy, I like lamb's lettuce, I like adding that to stuff. But as for salads, I'd rather have like a roast dinner and have all the veg and butter beans and stuff piled on. Short, well, that's it. How have you forgotten this? I'm terrible, my memory. I've not got an excuse either why my memory is so bad. I'm on creatine and ashwagandha and CBD. Anyway, so my latest short about to go up is for short women trying to lose fat because they find it a lot harder. And there is reasons for that. It is harder for a smaller woman, so under 5'2", to lose fat. So Scott will be releasing that, and to be recorded, there's one on posture and how long it takes to fix posture. We'll go into that. So I'm going to record that this week, and I'm going to record, there's a couple of others as well. It was about diet related. Oh, tips starting out for fat loss. Like, so if you're if you're brand new into it and you're getting overwhelmed and don't know where to best place your efforts, that's to be recorded this week. So if you want to like and subscribe to my channel, you won't miss any content. So I'll give a holistic, no bullshit approach to health and fitness and fat loss, building muscle, toning. But Scott said maybe you could give some tips for setting realistic and achievable fitness goals for the viewers. So it totally depends on what you want to achieve, right? For example, say if you've got a goal of running a marathon, you might think, always come from like a strength perspective as well. You might think I'll just go for a few runs and I'll be fine. You've got to obviously train and make it into smaller, manageable goals. There's something called the SMART acronym. So SMART. So S is specific. So what you want, like what you want. So you can do, so you can do like short-term, long-term. So short, medium, and long-term goals, right? So if your longest goal is running a marathon, you need to break that down into smaller micro goals that are more manageable, more attainable to get to. So you can do this with your career as well. So the S is specific, so be specific. For another one, like I want to lose 20 pounds, that seems a lot, right? So break it down into more manageable chunks. So your medium goal might be 10 pounds. Your smaller might be 6 pounds. So that's the S. The M is measurable. How are you going to measure that? So if you're running, you're going to be going by distance over the week. You could even say one long run, one fast-paced run, one like a few easy runs. You know, be specific. If you're losing weight, you measure maybe like tracking your weight, your body composition. You might jump on a biometric scanner, what do you call it, impedance, you know, the electric BIA machines to track body fat percentage. You might do measurements and go by how you feel and look and how consistent you are with your food diary and if you're stopping and starting tracking. So that's the M, measurable. A is attainable, make sure it's like attainable and realistic is R. Like trying to go for a marathon in 10 weeks just isn't going to happen, or if you do it, what cost, you know. And then the T is timed, so that's your specific time. Hopefully that helped. But yes, following the SMART acronym can help plan goals, whatever they may be. Thank you for my compliment about the armpits. Is it good to have different fitness goals throughout the year to prevent getting bored? That's a really good question. Like my mum, like who's just started exercising, and I get this a lot. Like in a gym, and the odd client will say, you know, if we've been doing progressive overload and they're trying to build muscle, and I'm trying to get them to focus on specific exercise I want to get stronger at. Hi Pure Law, hope you're doing well. People can get bored easy and they look for motivation in exercise and eating. Now you can like mix it up with cardio. Normally you go for a run, but this week instead of going for your 2 runs, you're going to do 2 HIIT training or like MetaFit or CrossFit sessions, you know. You want to, so your question was, is it good to have different fitness goals? Yeah, I mean, it can keep you motivated, but if you're in it for like the rest of your life, they kind of progress as you do as well. I mean, I know a bodybuilder who's like, she was absolutely fucking fantastic at bodybuilding in like early to mid 20s, won her first competitions, like hands down, was amazing. Thanks, Scott. And now she's switched to focus because she wants to feel scared and out of her comfort zone again, to Hydrox training for that. I mean, that's totally different. And I just know she's going to fall in love with Hydrox training and like CrossFit style training, because you've got to eat for performance. And when you start to want to feel good and look after your brain and your mind, your brain and your body, and everything improves around you. So I think a good fitness goal to have is, like, instead of just building muscle, losing fat, toning, rehabbing, to look and feel your best and perform your best. Like my MetaFit's getting harder and finding it really good and challenging. But yeah, it's a really good, interesting question, that. Thanks for, what's recommended weight to lose in 2 months? So you want to lose about, it depends how much weight, how long's a piece of string, right? How much weight do you have to lose? If you're quite an obese person, you've got loads to lose to be a healthy range. In the first week, you might lose 6-9 pounds, which is a load. And the second week you might lose another £5, but then you start comparing it to the first and the second week, and then the less you've got to lose, the harder it's going to be, and more, because there's an adaptive thermogenesis, metabolic adaptation is when you become a smaller person. You might have lost a bit of muscle and you need to move more and eat less than you did when you started. So it's working with all that, but I digress. You said, yeah, so £0.5 pound a week as a minimum, because you want it to be motivating for you as well. But know that you're not going to lose weight every single week. The best thing to remember with that is no progress is linear, especially with the scales. Weight loss on the scales goes up and down, but you're looking for that trend, okay? And maintenance of weight isn't just the same weight week on week, it's going up and down, but then you've got that trend going, and then weight gain is a trend going up, but you are going up and down, especially if you're female, certain times of the month. So you might think you've not lost your £0.5 pound of fat, but if you're ticking the boxes and going day by day, where you're like, I got my steps in, I got my fruit and veg in, I got my fibre, I got my protein, I hit all these goals, you can rest easy to know that you are losing fat. The scales just aren't reflecting it yet. Oh, hi Banner. Welcome everyone, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe. Scott's on it today. I've got my regulars on. How are you doing, guys? I've just been using the barbell. Absolutely died. Some awesome questions. How many of my steps are? Someone said as well, like, oh, I normally have loads of questions, but they're all gone out of my head. I think the more that you come on, the more like it just flows out, you know. I get a lot of questions about abs. Like everyone's trying to, like, my goal is to have like a six-pack, like a shredded six-pack before I'm 40. So that's 5 years, but like I feel like now I'm doing everything that I need to. It's just consistency in inconsistency, because life is difficult. Trying to do better. What have you been working on this week, Banner? My favourite barbell exercise depends what the goal is of that session. So if it's cardio, I love a clean and press. I used to love doing split jerks as well, which was meant to be in tonight's workout, but I missed it. Probably a good thing. Clean and jerk. You know it. What was I going to say? Oh, so me and Scott are thinking about coming on and doing like a podcasty type of video, and you guys can get to meet Scott and hear us both talk about health and fitness. He's got experience as a guy, you know, like trying to fit everything in, and so yeah, you guys will be able to, and we'll have a few topics as well that we'll be talking about. He knows, like, he's practiced a lot of stress management in his job, and he's quite on the ball with how stress can affect a person. How to break through plateaus when losing fat. So this comes back to metabolic adaptation. You know, you probably heard it before. Don't damage your metabolic rate. Your metabolism is ruined. When you lose fat quickly, you're not just losing fat, you lose muscle as well, and that's the problem. So for every 1 pound of muscle that you have, your body burns about 6 calories to keep it, right? It's metabolically active. Now, Slimming World and Juice Plus, you know, the diets that super restrictive, you don't barely eat. That was great English, never mind. You're losing muscle as well. Plus, they don't put emphasis on exercise. So, like, for example, the weight loss jabs, the Manjaro, the Wegovy and the Zempic. People are saying, oh great, I'm on like 1,200, if they're lucky, 1,000 calories. Now I don't have to exercise in the gym. No. It's even more important that you exercise in the gym to give your body a reason to keep that muscle. Otherwise, like if you're losing it too fast, it's stored energy fat, and so is muscle, unfortunately, and your body's going to pull from that. So breaking through plateaus for losing fat. We can get quite complacent when we're tracking our food. So I'd like do a reset week, I call it, with my clients. We make sure we go back to measuring chicken breast and you know, the boring stuff, because you start eyeballing and you might be missing a few calories and they all add up. Like these, if these aren't tracked, I was thinking about these this week. These are just 20 calories a can. That's 40 calories a day that I could be, which again doesn't seem much, but as a small female, or like it does add up, it compounds, right? So I mean, this might equate to ketchup that's not being tracked. So we do get complacent. You can't build muscle in a calorie deficit unless you're a brand new exerciser. But making sure, like if you are plateauing with toning and how your body's looking, you need to go into a maintenance at least of calories, so you're maintaining your body weight whilst you build muscle. But also things called like diet breaks or refeeds can work really well at getting your like energy back. So because when you're on super low calories and you're losing weight for a long time, your body starts to adjust, so you're not fidgeting as much. See how I'm like talking with my hands? I've obviously got lots of energy. If I was a bodybuilder on super low calories, I'd be doing that. I'd just be sat there. Whereas if I'm normally sat there, I'm like talking and animated. So your body does clever subconscious things to reduce the calories. It's burning, so you need to be more on it with your steps and stuff. Well done, Fen. Hey, what's the topic? Hi, Frez. So talking all things health, fitness, exercise, toning. I'm answering any questions that you may have. Specialise in injury rehab, back pain, nutrition, postnatal rehab. So if you've got any questions, Frez, feel free. I've read and heard multiple things, but is walking at a conversational place? So we say that's like talk test, yeah. Utilise only fat cells. Making it better than jogging, running and sprinting. That respect to the breakdown muscle to utilise. So muscle protein is always the last thing if carbs isn't available. So carbs is your preferred energy system. But yeah, this kind of exercise that I'm doing right now as I'm speaking to you, love the question, Banner, is using predominantly fat and a little bit of carbs. But I'm only going to lose fat if I'm in a deficit. I'm just burning it. Next time I eat like high fat food, I'll just replace it. It's just an energy. Don't get confused with stored fat, the fat that you can see, and dietary fat, energy instead of fat. Hello, and do you think my herniated disc from 3 years ago will affect me stepping on stage this year? Or the platform for powerlifting? How have you healed? I'm guessing you've had scans and stuff, and you've done your rehab. Hard to say. And you're putting, is it worth it? I mean, I used to train for Strong Woman before I had children, and now I train for performance and health and keeping up and living a healthy, active lifestyle and feeling good in my body. What age are you, Freds? I mean, if you love it, that's great. But you've got a bit of a weakness there. Plus, if you get in your own head when you're doing your powerlifting, yeah, it can increase your risk of injury, can't it? Hi guys, that's exactly why I asked. You aren't doing out of breath cardio. That reminded me of this question. Yeah, so I am predominantly using fat that I've ate right now, and the carbs that I've ate, the glycogen, because that gets turned to glycogen stored in the muscle and the liver. But next time I eat, that'll just be replaced. Stored fat needs to be like a calorie deficit gets rid of fat, reduces weight. I can imagine how this conversation sounds to somebody who's like, it's quite a lot, isn't it? But all like the 2 different types of fats can be reduced through a calorie deficit. So there's subcutaneous and visceral fat. Thanks for my likes, guys, on my other content. 27. I mean, if you, Freds, like if you are doing your powerlifting and you like, because it's not just, I mean, some people walk around with a herniated disc. I did a short on this actually. I don't expect a moderator to find it, but some people walking around with herniated discs and bulges and not in any pain at all and none of the wiser. Again, it can be stress and trauma and being kept in the body and how your body responds to stress, and because it can get stuck in a loop like the pain receptors. But if you were doing powerlifting and you've not fixed the reason why you got a disc bulge the last time, is it worth like being in pain for the rest of your life, not being able to run after your kids? I personally, yeah, kids are hard work. Can you exercise with high performance on keto diet? Some people can, yeah. Keto does have good benefits for certain medical conditions. Some people, like what works for me might not work for somebody else. Some people thrive on a ketogenic diet. However, at a certain point, if you're not on it with your supplements, you're going to become deficient in quite a few vitamins. I would purposely stay away from sugars and sweets and do fasted cardio in the morning after work, and it will eat the fat instead of the glucose. So a lot of people say if you're on a ketogenic diet, your body burns fat for fuel. Yeah, that's because you're eating fat. So if you have a high carb diet and you're doing this, you're just going to burn more carbs and a bit of fat, right? If you are mostly eating fat in your diet, you are going to be burning fat. It's 6 and 2 3s. Great questions, get me thinking. Freeze, how did you get herniated disc? Yeah, I'm interested in that as well. I need to find me a massage therapist. I think you need more than that. You can't massage a herniated disc, unfortunately. I definitely work with a physiotherapist is what you need, if you've not had one already. But yeah, a masseuse could work out tension and de-stress you, which in turn would help your herniated disc. I believe it was squats. I did more than what my body was ready for. Feel sorry for you, man. It's no fun injury. Common though, isn't it? I was saying that, like, strength training is the least common sport to have an injury in. But yeah, it just points to your core for me, holding that intra-abdominal pressure. Yeah. Did you ask that, Tiger? Is it squat, deadlift? Yeah, interesting that, isn't it? Definitely squats. Back squats, was it? I'm going to guess it was back squats. Front squats are hard though. What steps am I on? I hit 435, I'm guessing that's pounds on squats. This was 3 years ago, but it was all ego. I mean, ego, you've got to leave it out the door, haven't you? But ego can be a good thing. But yeah, I did a similar injury when I was in my mid-20s when I was pissed off with my work and went straight in the gym and tried to deadlift too much. I'm not even warmed up, I was raging. And I heard all my spine crack. You know, like when you crack your knuckles. And I was on the floor in the fetal position. It was like a compression injury. So I had to like elongate everything. Luckily, I've not had any reoccurring symptoms of that. But you see, like, the part of the deadlift that it happened was the first few inches off the floor. And yet it stays with you. When I was like fighting fit again, I went to deadlift because I loved them so much. And see the anxiety, no, I don't want to say anxiety, the worry, the anticipation of them first few inches, that's what she said. Like Ronnie Coleman. I've slowed my progress to get the techniques right. Yeah, good for you. this is why I don't like CrossFit. Everything's done super fast with barbells, and that was tonight. But as you can, if you watched it, I said to the viewers, if you can just do 3 or 4 during these techniques, everything, in these times. Enjoy your workout, Zappy. What are you training? I definitely need to work more on my core this season. Yes, you will not regret it, and that will assist in your deadlifts and squats, and they'll get stronger. Because every time you bring your arms or your legs away from your body, your core is needed to stabilize, right? When you're going up and down. Loads of other reasons though. That was just one that came to my head. Was you telling me you currently aren't in your mid-20s? Banner, you're a flatterer. Oh, thank you. I feel 55. I got ID'd for my CBD this week. Forgot to tell Scott actually. Do like sharing those things. Right, so I'm going to go and stretch off. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll be on in the morning, about 6 o'clock. Wait, I'll be getting up at 5:30, so it might be 6:15. But thanks so much. I'll hope to be able to update you on how my, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that you've got that herniated disc, but there is exercise you can do, Pilates, to strengthen and tone all that area. Well, thanks so much for joining. I'll see you in the morning, I hope, or otherwise it'll be tomorrow night, day after.